All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we are finally taking a look at the 55% Vegeta plus Nappa unit. I know it's taken me a few days to kind of get to this. I'm a little bit behind here. A lot of stuff going on this week. I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm a little bit behind on some of this stuff, but I'm making sure to pump this out as we kind of go. 55% Vegeta plus Nappa. I think these guys look very cool, very fun. This is a character that I was actually really hoping we would see at some point with the tag mechanic. And I think what they've done with these guys is actually going to be very good. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's take a look at these guys at 55%. All right, testing out the new Vegeta and Nappa character here at 55%. So let's see what these boys are going to be doing here. Let's see how they can perform here with just 55%. We do have the ability to switch right in Nappa right away, which is actually pretty nice. This is going to be the biggest thing there when facing two or more enemies, being able to switch right into Nappa. But first, Vegeta. Attack and defense up by 250. Receives additional key +1 per AGL key sphere obtained. Chance from a crit and damage reduction up by 40%, and Saiyan Saga or Giant Power category allies 40% attack and defense. With one or more AGL key spheres obtained and one or more rainbow key spheres obtained, he's going to have Saiyan Saga and Giant Power category allies gain 20% attack and defense, and all attacks become effective against all types. When he's attacking, attack and defense up by 150, one turn 20% damage reduction, attack and defense up by 100%, and launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super and guaranteed to hit when facing only one enemy. After performing two or more attacks in battle, he's going to end up launching an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super and a chance to perform a crit up by 20%. You're basically going to get that right away, because as long as you're facing one enemy, he's going to launch an additional attack. These don't have to be supers, just attacks, so you'll basically get that. After performing 6 or more attacks in battle, he's going to launch another additional attack with a great chance to become a super. Another 20% chance to crit. And for every attack performed, he's going to get 150% attack and damage reduction up by 7% within the turn. Now, being able to switch right into Nappa is good, right? Nappa is very defensive. When facing two more enemies or starting from the third turn from his entry, you're going to be able to swap into Nappa. So because we're fighting two people at once, we get it immediately. Whereas usually you'd have to wait till the third turn or his second appearance, and then you'd be able to do that, right? So the biggest thing here that I think is going to be kind of a stretch is that needing AGL, Key Sphere, and Rainbow is kind of a pain in the butt, but it is just for a bunch of support and for everything like that. But getting all the additional attacks, those are built in pretty much right away. Nappa himself. So he's got the reversible exchanges with Vegeta, 780% attack and defense, a high chance to perform additional super. When receiving an attack, he gets 150% defense, 50% damage reduction, a one-turn 30% damage reduction, and defense up by 50%, and another 20% damage reduction when facing two or more enemies, or when HP is 70% or less. So he's going to be very good in this fight. After receiving 5 or more attacks in battle, Saiyan Saga category allies are going to get key +1, attack up by 5%, and an additional 10% attack for extreme class. And then again, this same buff again after receiving 10 attacks in battle. So he really wants Saiyan Saga, he wants extreme. For every attack that he does receive, he's going to get 78% attack up to 780%. And he's going to raise his crit chance. So this boy wants to be hit. That's basically what it is. He wants to face two or more enemies, and he wants to be hit. So the biggest things here is you got to kind of pick and choose with these tag characters, right? You got to play them just right. Each side of the coin has their own preference, has their own unique style of play. So with Nappa, he wants to fight two or more enemies, which is why we jumped into this fight here first. So let's go ahead and let's put him up front. We're going to go ahead and do this. I want to see how he takes these attacks. Right, for this first turn, he has 100% damage reduction. He's not being touched. So definitely not worried about him whatsoever. With every one of his attacks as well, his supers, he's going to be raising his defense by, what was it? They say greatly raised defense for 4 turns. and he's going to greatly reduce his attack for 1 turn. So the more attacks he does, the greater his defense is going to be, the better all that damage reduction is really going to help out once the extra goes away. Not to mention he attacks all. So this is the biggest thing with him. He is a double enemy style character. This is what he wants. This is where he's going to thrive, is fighting multiple characters at once. Right? Think about it like the Z fighters in the actual like anime or in the saga, right? He wanted to fight everybody. He fought the onslaught of the Z fighters all at once, whereas Vegeta basically just fought Goku, right? So, or if you want to count Gohan and Krillin, but we're not gonna do that. He fought Goku, so he wanted to fight the one enemy. Nappa wanted to take out the whole group. So that's kind of, I think, where they're going with this here. Team building's gonna be a little weird, but I think they're going to perform very, very well. I'm actually really excited for this character. I want to see what they look like once we get like the Raditz EZA, more Saiyan Saga Extreme class characters. But for right now, I think he's going to perform pretty well, especially like on this team here. And obviously the more EX Supers we could get with Diamond Vegeta there was even better, because he is going to help raise some defense as well for Nappa. Yeah, we might want to start attacking Goku here a little bit more, because he's got all the crit built into him. So that's basically why I had this guy target him, is because the more you hit that Goku, the less of crit chance he gets. So we want to kind of play around a little bit here. Each time Nappa does super, though, he's attacking all, so he is going to hit him.
Now to go even further beyond.
Can we talk about too how good that animation style actually really looks, along with like the OST? Like, it's like super menacing, and like the animation is just really good. So, all right, let's see how we want to play this here. I would like Diamond Goku to get his EX Super off, maybe to kind of buff some of the attacks we're doing, but I think it might be better to keep Goma around. Now, I think we're going to keep Nappa out here on both rotations, just because of the fact that he does want to fight multiple enemies, right? This also gives him his active skill here, which can be activated when fighting 2 more enemies, or if there's a Saiyan Saga category ally attacking in the same turn. This is going to give him guard. It's going to have him the target mechanic for 1 turn, which is fantastic, right? Because that first turn, he's invincible with all his damage reduction. But once that kind of goes away, that extra 30%, you can use this. He gets guard, and if you've done enough attacks, he raises defense up. Like, he'd be really strong. So I think for this turn, we'll avoid using it just because we do still have his full damage reduction. So giving him the extra guard really doesn't do much for us, and there's nothing really here that we need to protect our team from. Of course, Diamond Goku is... his orb hungry self is not going to be able to get all the orbs I would like there, of course. All right, well, we'll probably just do this. Yeah, good. Throw all the supers at Nappa, man. Go for it. The boy's got 100% damage reduction. You ain't touching him, dude. You ain't touching this dude. Yeah, his first turn is very powerful. And this does give you time kind of to get a couple of these supers in here to really build up his defense, right? Yeah, nice, man. Okay, no super on that one. That was just a normal. A little unfortunate, but it's fine, man. The more and more attacks that he's taking is actually really good. Obviously, the crit chance for him, so the 10% crit that he does get when getting attacked, really only counts for that turn. But the attack stat boost that he does get from getting hit, the 78% attack stat, does carry over. So every time he's gotten hit, he's getting stronger and stronger. And that is another big thing with like his target mechanic. It's going to bring all those attacks in. He's going to get hit a bunch of times. His attack is going to get fully built up. Thank you for the EX Super there, Diamond Goku. Unfortunately, you're not full key, so it's not going to do very much, but it does help give the rest of the team some boost there. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so we got two people that kind of want to do the target mechanic, kind of get hit, kind of thing. So that's a little awkward. I want to see how to kind of play this to still showcase Nappa enough, but without getting us. I mean, maybe we'll do it like this. We're gonna float the Frieza off. Yeah, let's just do Nappas.
I'll handle this. Entertain me the best you can.
Yeah, buddy. Come on. Let's throw them fisticuffs. So this does give our boy guard, right? He doesn't have the extra 30% damage reduction that he gets for only one turn. But he's done a couple attacks. He's got his defense up. He still has, what is it, 70% damage reduction here because we're still fighting two enemies. He's got the extra defense built in. Now he's got guard. So I think this boy's going to be A-okay. I do want him to get a lot of attacks, but I don't think I want to rotate him off just yet. So, and there's nobody at 23 key with you. I mean, I'd like to put you up front to maybe get the 23 key with Diamond Vegeta, but I want you to take a bunch of attacks because I want you to get hit a lot. Because he needs to get hit, what, 10 times to get fully built up? All right, so I think we're just going to run a line. We're just going to run like this, dude. It's fine. We'll do this. We'll be A-okay here. I want them to Super Nappa. I want to see what he takes from these. All right, so obviously normals do nothing. Okay, he didn't crit on the group one against Nappa. All right, he is supering Nappa. Okay, and this is type disadvantage for Nappa as well. So let's see it. 70% damage reduction, some defense, guard. Double digits, baby. Yeah, bro, I think Nappa's pretty tough, man. And again, this is just him. This is just 79%, or not 79. This is 55% Nappa. So there's no dupes in this boy. And he's still tanking some double-digit numbers. So, yeah, man, I think he looks pretty good. And another super coming in. Sweet. Yeah, dude, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. Pummel this boy. Yeah, dude, again. 64 million. Again, he is a 55% unit. Some of these attack numbers would be crazy. He didn't get the additional. Okay. Yeah, dude, some of those attack numbers I think would be actually really crazy. Like once he gets like more dupes in him, or if you wanted to put like some attack stat orbs into him. Dude, he would be nuts. Because, I mean, he wants to be hit, right? To get fully built up. So I don't think dodge is the way to go with this character.
I told you we needed a plan, yet here we are.
Oh, relax. I'm sure we'll find a way. We always do.
Sure, except for all the times we've died.
All right, let's see. So yeah, I don't think dodge is the way to go with Nappa here to fully build him out. Maybe if you're using Vegeta primarily, but like Nappa, the boy wants to be hit. All right, let's see what we want to do here. I'm thinking about using some of these other actives as well. So we might do this. And I'm thinking about using Gomas to kind of get rid of some supers. Maybe rearrange the attacks a little bit here. Maybe get some more attacks in on Nappa. There's not very many up front. A lot of them are in the back. Yeah, let's try that.
There's no way anyone can beat me in my current state! Now perish!
So here using Goma's giant form, we're going to be able to not only get rid of supers for the turn, but we're going to basically reset where all the attacks are. Because I would like Nappa to take a bunch of hits, right? So rearranging some of these attacks and hopefully maybe some of them will be more towards the front instead of the back. And then we can use Nappa's active again, draw them all in, let him get fully built up, and then kind of just let him run wild and see what those numbers look like. Overall, so far, man, I'm actually pretty impressed with the Nappa side of this card. Now, we haven't really looked at the Vegeta side yet because I'm waiting until we get down to one enemy, whether it be this fight, whether it be a different fight. I want to kind of put them in the slot where they want to be, right? So fighting two enemies is Nappa's biggest thing. We went over this right at the beginning of the video, right? Nappa's biggest thing is he wants multiple enemies. So if you're in a multiple enemy fight, Nappa's going to be your boy. That's why he stayed out this whole time. That's why we haven't really looked at Vegeta yet. Just because I want Nappa to have his time to shine in his playground. So we'll go ahead and we will hopefully see some of this stuff get a little better reset for our boy here to take some more of these hits. Let's see what this rearranges everything to. I mean, okay, so there's some more attacks up front now. Okay, that's not terrible. I want to turn this off so we don't have to sit there and watch it. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do this.
I'll handle this. Entertain me the best you can.
Okay, so all the targets, all the attacks are coming at him. I think we're just going to leave him back here, man. I don't know. I want him to take all these attacks. So we'll kind of just rotate him around. Maybe, hopefully, be able to kill Vegeta here soon. So when he comes back, we can just switch into Vegeta. That's kind of my thought process here. Want him to get as many attacks as possible. Maybe do some big boy damage. Maybe the next couple of rotations can kill Vegeta. We have one enemy left, and Vegeta will have his time to shine. So let's see what we can make happen here. Again, there's gonna be no super, so I'm not really worried about that. But Nappa with his guard, his 7% damage reduction. I mean, we saw it in the last start. He survived really well, so I imagine he'll do the same here. There we go, Vegeta. Yeah, let's do some damage here. Vegeta on Vegeta violence. $61 million. Okay. Again, not bad, man. Not bad for a 55% unit. And he's critting because he's been hit a bunch. Did not get that additional super though, too. That is the only thing, man. He has that high chance to get the additional super. That can fail because it's only 50-50 shot. Then you've only got like 5 in his hidden potential at 55% for additionals. So, I mean, you kind of just hope for it. He's going to want a lot of additionals. I think putting a lot of additionals into this character is going to be really good. You can do crit for like the Vegeta side, but like Nappa's not going to need crit. Nappa gets hit a bunch during the turn, and he's going to be able to crit. I mean, you could do it for like if he's not, you don't use active or something like that. Give him some more crit chance. That could work. But yeah, dude, these guys, this dude's actually really good. All right, let's think about this here. Debating actually stopping this and putting him up front and seeing how he takes damage. It's actually kind of my thought here. Look at it, he does have guard built in. 40% damage reduction, 10% before getting hit or before attacking. Yeah, I'm kind of debating swapping them around. It is his showcase after all. Okay, so we reset the turn. Dude, I'm really debating. Just keep it Nappa up here, man. I mean, I want to see what he does. It's his showcase. So let's see it. There's only one attack, and then he's got the group attack coming in before he gets a chance to attack. And every time he has super, he raises his defense. So yeah, I mean, he takes these just fine. So that's good. He's raising his crit chance. I mean, he's getting stronger. 61 million. Yeah, dude. I think he looks really good. I think he looks really good. Still no additionals there. Okay. Yeah, I think additionals are going to be really huge, especially for the like pseudo stacking that he does. Because the Vegeta side of it, he'll pseudo stack like 4 turns attack, where Nappa does defense. So I think the additionals is going to be a big play. Additionals, some defense, maybe some attack if you want to throw that in there to like make them hit a little bit harder. But other than that, man, I think the Nappa side looks extremely good. Now, obviously, like all the support, like the Saiyan Saga support that he would give, doesn't work as well for this team, except for like the other one. But like, that's the one thing, man. They need to build up Saiyan Saga, I think, a lot more. I know we're gonna get the Raditz EZA probably very soon, probably this next week, but like, I feel like we just need more. We need more, man. Saiyan Saga Extreme Class, they got to be building that up this year, right? With the way that this guy's built out and the way that his support works, the way that Vegeta support works, they got to have more Extreme Saiyan Saga something coming soon. For sure. Maybe the part 2 will be a Saiyan Saga Extreme, maybe like just like a Grade 8 Vegeta or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we'll probably... I'm going to try not to kill him on this turn. Just because he's like... He's almost done, and I want to see the Vegeta side, because now we have the one character left. So we'll see. If I'll try not to kill him, I'll try to hold back a little bit, but we'll see. If he dies, we'll jump into the next fight. But I'll try to make this happen. Okay, so Goku did survive. But how do we want to do this? I mean... Vegeta, there's only the group attack up front. Let me see his stuff. So he has 40% damage reduction. He's gonna have an extra 20% damage reduction here. I mean, he should be getting the support from Nappa, but that's all just key and attack. So, I mean, how do we want to run this? We might... I don't know if we just want to just finish it off with just Nappas, or because I'd hate for the team to die like right now when they've done so well. But I mean, with his, so I mean, he does only want to be fighting one enemy. We are only against one enemy. He's gonna be the extra attack and defense. And I mean, as long as he survives the group attack up front, like he's gonna attack and he should be fine. So we'll let Nappa finish it, man. Nappa's been doing everything this whole fight anyway. We'll just let Nappa take it. Now we just need Vegeta to survive just the group attack, and we'll be totally fine. All right, let's just see what happens here. Nappa's been doing all the grunt work anyway. We'll just let Nappa finish it off, hopefully. Yeah, dude, that's a big hit. Okay. Dang. 67 million now. So he's got the Vegeta there. Yeah, he just blows him away. Dude, that's awesome. Nappa's awesome. All right, so we're going to jump into a fight here with one enemy this time. So the Daima Goku fight, we're going to have some type advantage in here. So we will rock Vegeta this time around. I want Vegeta doing his thing. Now, we don't have the Nappa available to us right now because, remember, he's only available right away if you're fighting 2 or more enemies. Now we have to wait until we get to that 3rd turn before Nappa is going to be available to us. So now I want to see how well Vegeta himself does against somebody like this. So his whole thing is he's going to want to do a bunch of attacks. He's going to get his normal attack. He's going to get the possibility to do another one, right? Because we are only facing one enemy. The key here kind of sucks. Okay. I mean, we'll do that. It's not going to give him the support for the Saiyan Saga for the other Vegeta, but we'll do this with him. So that should give the other Vegeta support, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, so with this Vegeta, like he's gonna super. Then he's gonna have a great chance to super again because he's only facing one enemy. So that's gonna give him 2 attacks regardless, which is gonna unlock his other part of his passive after performing 2 or more attacks. So he's gonna get a 3rd attack. And if we get lucky enough with the hidden potential, he can do a 4th. So yeah, so here's the 3rd. No 4th. Okay, that's fine. I figured it was a long shot. All right, let's see how he takes a super after supering. Single digits. Okay, Bubba. Very good. That's what I like to see. And he did get a super off. Okay, good. Love it. Love it, man. Okay. Yeah, so every time he does super, he's going to raise his attack for 4 turns, and he's going to greatly raise his defense for this one turn, right? So he's pseudo stacking his attack, but he is also greatly raising his defense for that turn, which is definitely going to help him out in the long run. All right, so back on rotation here. Let's actually see what we can do. We might use Frieza's active just because he's not going to come back around for a little while because we're going to float him off. Vegeta's not going to want to be in slot 1, right? So we're getting that attack boost. We're getting some defense raising. Definitely going to want to throw him. We're not going to throw him in slot 1 because he's lost that 20% damage reduction that he gets for 1 turn. So I think Vegeta is really built to kind of just be around a little bit for like these enemies until you can get Nappa out, right? Because he's got this stuff for 1 turn, which really helps him out. But then you get Nappa out there to be much more defensive. I think. Yeah, because I mean, I do want to showcase off Vegeta. We do have his active because we're fighting one enemy. Let's do Goma's stuff here first. We'll kind of clear out the supers that are going to come off this Goku here. Lower his attack down a little bit more to make Vegeta a little bit more okay. Which I think he'd be fine anyway after supering. But I do want to try to just save him a little bit as much as we kind of can. I think he's going to be very good. I have a feeling, though, I'm going to like the Nappa side much better. Just the defense side of Nappa. But again, Nappa is going to be really only super helpful in fights where you're fighting multiple enemies. So I think once Vegeta really gets rolling, I think he's going to be much better, right? The more attacks he does, he's going to build up to really help with his active skill. So I think the whole thing we're going to do here, I think we're going to let him kind of roll, get all the supers that he can, all the attacks that he can, all those 4-turn kind of pseudo stacks before launching his super or launching his active. I think that's what we might do. Maybe do one of them sooner and one of them later. Yeah, so we'll just have Frieza do this just because he's not going to be around for a while. So let's just have everything pointed towards him. Be good to go. There we go. AGL and Rainbow, which is great. Even though, I mean, there's no Saiyan Saga or Giant Ape Power characters all in this rotation. But it is what it is. He'll do it for himself, right? All right, let's see. No extra stats for Goma because he didn't get a chance to dodge. No attacks roll thrown at him. These additionals are great because they do help raise the team's defense. All right, let's see it, Vegeta. So 11. 17. Nice, 23. 29. Okay. Yeah, dude, he just launches out a bunch of these attacks, man. Nice. 36. Okay. Yeah, these are going to be some like wild jumps, dude. With the way he does his supers. And that should be he should be fully built up in terms of all the attacks that he does need to do. So he's going to have like his fully built up crit. He's going to have his fully built up chances to launch a bunch of attacks. So I think when we come around on this boy's next turn, we'll launch his active to see what he looks like. And we might launch this Vegeta's active now just to be able to kind of compare one that's been able to do a bunch of supers and pseudo stack versus one that hasn't. Might be the kind of play we do here. But I do want to just launch a bunch. I think I want to launch a bunch of these too. Yeah, let's do this. Just again, the more times we hit Daima Goku at the beginning of the turn, the less damage he's going to do to us. We'll try to chip away at his health a little bit more here. See what we can do. Okay. And we got Nappa. We can't use his active though because he can only use his active when there's 2 or more enemies or a Saiyan Saga character in the turn. So we wouldn't be able to do this because this would be really good here. I mean, maybe we try Nappa, see how well he does here against one enemy. But he gets that extra defense and extra damage reduction when facing 2 or more enemies or HP is 70% or less. So he's not getting the full 100% damage reduction. He's getting 80%. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do that or if we just keep Vegeta around. Let's see. I mean, his defense. I think he'd be okay. But I don't know how I want to run this. Okay, so we basically reset everything here. I think we're just going to do his active and see how much this does. So this is going to raise attack up by 1700% temporarily. This is going to do, yeah, dude. 1700% temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, seal, change Fizz to Rainbow Key Spheres, which actually might help right here to get us the AGL and Fizz Key Sphere. Yeah, dude, let's do it. I want to see it. 48 million crit, actually really not that bad for a 55% unit here. Yeah, and that does change the Fizz Key Spheres to Rainbow, which gives us the chance to do this, which is awesome. Giant 8 Power gets a little bit of boost, so Daima Goku get a little bit of boost from this. Yeah, dude, I like the OSTs too. They sound so menacing. Can you imagine in the series if they had to fight against Grade 8 Vegeta and Nappa? Like, it'd be done, dude. There'd be no freaking way. If those boys both went Grade 8 in the actual like series against everybody, yeah, it'd be game over. Yeah, it's a cool little what if thing. You know, these guys both going Grade 8, these guys both attacking at the same time like that. It's very cool. All right, so we're starting off at 21 million. All right, let's see. Dude, he's going to do a lot of attacks here. Now, they're not all guaranteed, obviously, to be supers. It'd be great if they were, but they're not always guaranteed. Nice. Yeah, see, just like that. Now, we do get one more. Okay, so 55 million, dude. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's, you see, he's pretty good. How's he take the super? Double digits. Yeah, the greatly raising defense for the turn after doing so many attacks is going to be so huge. Even without this character having guard, like, he's got the 40% damage reduction. He's greatly raising his attack, his defense every time he does the super. Yeah, dude, I think he looks pretty good, man. I really enjoy this character. Sorry, I had a phone call that I had to take right in the middle of this, so I had to jump right back into it. But yeah, dude, I really am enjoying this character a lot. I think they're very, very good. I think they're very, very fun. Before we use that, let's actually switch this really quick so we can go ahead and skip this one. And then we will basically just turn it right back on, and we will check out the Great Ape attack here with this Vegeta, who has done a little bit more supers, and see what this one looks like. Yeah, we can see here he's done more. All right, let's do this.
It's time to kill. Burst open and mix!
A 79 million crit coming off a 55% unit is still wild. Dude, that's actually really good. Again, man, the more super this guy does, the more he is somewhat pseudo-stacking for 4 turns. So he's just making himself stronger for that active specifically. So, yeah, dude, I am actually really surprised by how much I do like this character. The character pick itself, I think, is very, very good. I was very much all on board for this character pick. The way they actually do play, once you've kind of figured it out, you know, the whole tag mechanic thing, because they're a little bit more complicated, right? All tag characters are. But once you kind of figure out the best way to run these guys, like, they're actually really fun. I'm genuinely surprised about how much fun I'm having with this character. I mean, we've basically seen everything we need from them now, so I don't really think there is a point finishing out like the entirety of this fight. Maybe we'll look at the other one, do some attacks here again, just to kind of finish it out. But yeah, dude, I really, really am enjoying this character, even just at 55%. I think they're very, very good. All right, yeah, Vegeta gonna do a little bit of damage here. Any EX supers would be great, just to kind of, again, raise the defense of the team. Maybe make the fight go a little bit faster and end the fight. But, I mean, it is what it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah, he's like, I heard you, brother. I got you. Yeah, my biggest thing with these guys is I think we need more Saiyan Saga. Because I think these guys would be really fun on like a Giant 8 power team. But just the Vegeta side. Because, yeah, well, Nappa will still do well, right? He doesn't really need anything to be really good, any specific team to be really good. He gives a lot of support for Saiyan Saga Extreme class units, but he's not He doesn't need them, right? So this Vegeta gives a lot of support to Giant Ape Power as well as Saiyan Saga. So I actually think running this guy on like a Giant Ape Power team might actually be kind of fun too. So we may try that out in the future.
Who do you think you are?
I'm Gogeta. Kakarot and Vegeta have fused together to win.
All right, so this will probably be the last turn here. I think we could actually just obliterate this Goku with the Gogeta, but it's not his showcase, so I'm going to keep him out of the running here for right now. With Nappa, I mean, he's still not going to get the full damage reduction, right? Because, well, actually, no, he will, because we are below that 70% threshold. So I don't know if that goes away when we pick up enough key spheres to like heal. So we might actually try to avoid Gogeta altogether just to avoid like the crazy healing, so we can get Nappa's guard in there. Yeah, we'll do this, man. We'll try this out. Might be a bad choice. Frieza might die there in the back, but we'll see, because we can't do Nappa's active, right? Because we don't have a Saiyan Saga character in turn. We're not fighting two characters, so Frieza's probably going to die. And yeah, this is the first couple times Nappa's been hit, so he's not doing a crazy amount of damage. Still a 19 mil crit, man. Yeah, I got that double super off. No crit there. But, okay, we got the EX Super with the Goku. Yeah, man, I'm having a lot of fun with these guys. I want to try them out on a couple different teams. I want to see what happens when we get Raditz EZA and all that, and just try running him on a more Saiyan Saga style team. But as for right now, I think they're awesome. I do. I think they're great. All right, here goes Frieza. Again, I think Frieza dies here just because, but again, I don't really care. It's not his showcase. This wasn't meant for being a win or a loss. This is meant to look at the characters, and the character themselves, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal characters. And yeah, no dodge. Okay, yeah, he's dead for sure. All right, so that'll do it for the showcase. We'll go ahead and we'll pretty much end it here. All right, so that was our look at the Vegeta plus Nappa at 55%. Honestly, very impressed with what these guys can do. Even just at 55%, they hold their own very, very well, even when they're not with their like Saiyan Saga team or Giant Ape Power team that they truly want to kind of be around. They still do incredibly, incredibly well, right? Their leader skill actually does kind of help them out a little bit. The Saiyan Saga part is kind of but Accelerated Battle has so many good characters on it. Plus, Giant Ape Power, Mission Execution, Final Trump card. You can make some pretty good teams with these guys, and they slide in very, very well. I am genuinely impressed. I really like this character, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun. Now, they take a little bit of work. You got to kind of figure out how each role works, but honestly, each one of these guys, Vegeta and Nappa, both have their place in different fights, and they perform their roles extremely, extremely well, at least in my opinion. So very impressed with this character. I think they did very, very well. I'm excited to run them on a couple different teams, try them out in a couple different events, really see what they can do. But as for this showcase, that's going to do it. So if you guys did stick around to the end of this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of the Vegeta plus Nappa Dokkanfest for April Fools. And did you guys end up summoning for this character past the 7 special tickets? Did you guys end up pulling this character? Let me know down below your guys' results with them. And if you did or didn't, if you've been using them either as your lead, a friend lead, or whatever, let me know how you're enjoying this character down below. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.